Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. Wir haben den Präsidenten gefunden, aber er ist leider tot. Mission failed. Das war's. Also, danke, dass ihr dabei wart, ne? Tschüss. Nein, natürlich nicht. Wir sind zu ihm gekommen, wollten ihn retten. Er wollte nicht wirklich gerettet werden. Hat sich sogar geopfert oder wollte sich opfern, ja. Und dann hat ihn Ocelot umgebracht. Was keinen Sinn macht, weil die Idee hinter dem Suizidversuch des Präsidenten war ja, den Start der Atomrakete von Arsenal Gear zu verhindern. Weil er hat ja den Code freiwillig eingegeben, den Startcode, ja. Und der Code musste quasi nochmal erneut verifiziert werden. Der Code ist eigentlich seine Freiwilligkeit, sein Leben gewesen. Ja, es ist schwierig zu erklären. Es ist quasi so, der Präsident sagt, ja, drück mal auf den Knopf und dann verifiziert quasi das System seine Vitalzeichen, ja, Blutdruck, Sauerstoffsättigung, Herzfrequenz und guckt natürlich auch, ist das jetzt auf freiwilliger Basis gewesen oder wurde irgendwie durch Drogen oder irgendwas gezwungen und dann kann das System natürlich dann auch sagen, nö, wird nicht durchgeführt. So. Der Test musste nochmal gemacht werden zur Verifizierung. Der wäre jetzt eigentlich dran gewesen. Deswegen wollte der Präsident sich umbringen. Aber jetzt hat Ocelot ihn erschossen. Was keinen Sinn macht. Jetzt hat er nämlich das, was sie ja eigentlich wollten, vermutlich, ja, hat er zerstört. Was wir allerdings vom Präsidenten erfahren haben, ist die Wahrheit hinter der Big Shell und die Wahrheit hinter dem Land Amerika. Also, wir reden natürlich darüber. Arsenal Gear haben wir ja gerade schon erwähnt, ne? Ist in Wahrheit der Grund, warum diese ganze Anlage hier existiert. Also die komplette Big Shell ist dafür da, um in Wahrheit Arsenal Gear entwickeln zu können. Und mit diesem Gerät, mit diesem Schiff, eigentlich ist es wirklich ein Schlachtschiff, mit diesem Schlachtschiff wollen die Patriots ihre Herrschaft wiederherstellen. Beziehungsweise zumindest mal die digitale Herrschaft herstellen, weil sie damit aktuell nicht zurechtkommen. Wer sind die Patriots? Ja, die Patriots sind mehr oder weniger die das Land im Verborgenen regieren. Entscheiden, was wir hören, sehen, fühlen sollen. Zumindest wollen sie das. Warum? Wir wissen es nicht. Wir wissen nur, dass der Präsident ursprünglich wollte, einer von denen zu werden, um wirklich eine Macht zu haben und nicht nur eine Marionette oder sowas zu sein, was halt er auch gesagt hat, er in dem Moment war, als er zum Präsidenten ernannt wurde. Ja, hat nicht so ganz funktioniert, ne? Vor allem, weil Solid das halt aktiv gegen die Patriots antreten möchte.
Colonel, the president is dead.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
Where do we go from here?
Your mission was to rescue the president and eliminate the terrorist threat. However, given the recent turn of events, we will honor the president's last directive. You must put a stop to Arsenal Gear once and for all.
Do you actually think there's any truth to his story about this big shell facility being a front for Arsenal Gear?
I don't have the security clearance necessary to verify the facts. However, he was the president. I'm sure he knew what he was talking about.
Aren't you forgetting that he was part of the terrorist plot?
All the more reason why I believe his information is reliable.
Huh?
We're talking about a man who chose to die rather than risk a nuclear holocaust. Thanks to his sacrifice, the Nuclear Launch Authority has shifted to the vice president, effectively eliminating the terrorist threat.
Colonel, when you put it like that, it almost sounds like I should have assassinated the president to eliminate the threat.
That was not my intention. I was trying to point out that there is certainly some credibility to the words of a man who chose death to protect the innocent.
The Colonel has a point, Jack.
What about the information he gave me on the Patriots?
That's a new one on me. I'll see what I can find out. Raiden, we're running out of time. Find Emma. She's supposed to be located on level B1, in the core of that building you're in, right? You've got to find her before Arsenal becomes fully operational.
Hurry, Jack.
It's up to you to make sure that the president didn't sacrifice his life in vain.
Understood. Raiden out.
What's your status, Raiden?
Snake, the president, he's been assassinated.
What?
There was nothing I could do.
What about the nuclear strike code sequence?
He died before his vital ID could be reconfirmed.
Then the enemy's lost their nuclear strike capability.
But that Ocelot guy obviously killed the president on purpose.
Why?
It doesn't make any sense. They had to know that they couldn't launch the nuke if they killed the president.
Maybe there's a way to launch without reconfirming the vital ID.
Or maybe they found a more effective weapon within Arsenal gear.
You knew about Arsenal gear?
Yeah,
Why didn't you tell me about it?
you never asked.
Am I correct in assuming you also know that the big shell's a front for the project?
You mean, did I know that the Big Shell, a fully functional environmental cleanup facility, was designed to camouflage Arsenal gear? Yeah, I did. It's exactly what the President and Ames described, a massive cover story. The good news is that it hasn't really done much in terms of cleaning up the environment, so we won't have to worry about any toxic gas being released if we have to blow the house down.
Right. And when did you find out about all of this?
It took a while, but we uncovered the info around the time you took out that mad bomber. There's no doubt that Arsenal gear is being built here. Then it was all set up 2 years ago, on that day. All of it.
2 years ago. What really happened here?
I took these photos 2 years ago.
I know these pictures. They were on the news, on several websites. If I remember right, the reporters blamed you for sinking the tanker.
That's right. Otacon, me, we were used.
We'd hoped that by going public with photos of the new Metal Gear, we could persuade the government. At least that was the plan at the time.
I've gone through VR training of the tanker mission before.
Yeah? Well, I doubt it accurately simulates the events of that mission. I'd infiltrated the dummy tanker to obtain proof that a Metal Gear was under development. Shortly after I made it aboard, an armed group led by Colonel Gerlukovich raided the ship and gained control.
Olga and Ocelot were among the raiding party.
Yeah, and him.
Who are you talking about?
A man that was supposed to be dead.
Their target was also Metal Gear Ray. But Ocelot eliminated Colonel Gerlukovich and Marine Commander Scott Dolph, and he hijacked Ray.
So he betrayed them?
I don't know what kind of deal was going down. All I remember is what Ocelot said at the time. Something like, "I'm taking it back."
Ocelot then sank the tanker, along with the soldiers of the Marine Corps.
How did you manage to get out?
Otacon managed to have a small boat ready for me.
That was the easy part. The tough part was not getting dragged down with a sinking tanker. A small miracle when you think about it. It turned out that the whole thing was a setup to lure us. Photos of Snake, taken by the Cypher, were released to the public. In turn, we became the world's most wanted environmental terrorists.
It was definitely a move aimed at putting a stop to our anti-Metal Gear activities.
But why did they choose Snake?
Since the Shadow Moses incident, Snake became sort of a hero. I think the Patriots weren't too happy about that.
You knew about the Patriots?
Well, yes, to a certain degree.
It seems like everyone knows about them except me.
They didn't choose Snake to be a hero.
So they decided to do a smear campaign.
I think the Patriots wanted to make an example of him so everybody would think twice before opposing them.
That's it! They set all this up just to nail you guys.
No, there's more to it than that. The Marines' Metal Gear Ray project, headed by Commander Dolph, was carried out in opposition to the Navy's Arsenal Gear project. To be more precise, the Patriots considered Metal Gear Ray to be a thorn in their side. Hence, they attacked the dummy tanker and stole Ray. They followed this up with a perfect plan. They immediately sent a fully loaded tanker to the same location and sank it, then set up the facility to camouflage the development of Arsenal Gear.
And we fell for it. 2 more puppets in their show.
Colonel Gerlukovich and his daughter Olga?
Both fell victim to Ocelot's plot.
Was Solidus behind all this? He used Ocelot to get hold of Ray, huh?
No, he was underground, keeping a low profile at the time.
Then it must be the Patriots.
If that's the case, what's Ocelot doing alongside Solidus?
Forget it. We're wasting time. We can figure this out later. The nuclear strike's been prevented, but Arsenal still has a massive payload of missiles to deal with.
Right. If the opposition gets control of those missiles.
Raiden, you've got to find Emma.
Wait a second. Isn't Emma Emmerich?
My sister.
What's she doing here?
You got me. She's a computer whiz who specializes in neural AI and ultra-variable volume data analysis using complex logic. How she got involved in weapons development is beyond me.
Whatever her reasons, we need her in order to stop Arsenal.
Raiden, find her.
I'm on my way.
Ja, haben wir nochmal eine kleine zusätzliche Information jetzt von Snake und Otacon bekommen. Das, was vor 2 Jahren quasi hier in Manhattan stattgefunden hat, der Tanker-Incident, war alles inszeniert. Und zwar von den Patriots. Der ursprüngliche Plan der Patriots war, diesen Tanker-Incident zu benutzen, um zum einen das Projekt Metal Gear Ray zu beenden, weil das war quasi... Ray war ja geplant als Gegenmaßnahme gegen alle Metal Gears, die nach Shadow Moses, nach dem Veröffentlichen der Daten, überall erschienen sind. Das war ja der Konter-Metal Gear, ja, der Anti-Metal Gear, ja. Und die Patriots hatten ursprünglich ja Metal Gear Rex entwickelt, auch wenn das vielleicht anders jetzt dargestellt wurde von unserem Präsidenten hier. Der weiß halt nicht die ganze Geschichte, ja. Und ja, dann haben sie halt da diesen Tanker-Incident inszeniert. Haben Ray stehlen lassen von Ocelot. Ocelot hat die Golukovic-Armee benutzt, im Auftrag der Patriots, um dieses Unterfangen zu bewerkstelligen, ja. Der hat die rekrutiert, um für sie die Drecksarbeit zu machen. Dann haben sie auch noch insgeheim es irgendwie geschafft, Snake und Otacon mit der Philanthropy-Organisation mit ins Boot zu bringen, im wahrsten Sinne des Wortes. Haben dann mit dem Cypher erfolgreich es geschafft, ihn als Terroristen darzustellen und damit auch offiziell es geschafft, Philanthropy einzustampfen. Ja? Auch wenn Ocelot, oh Gott, Otacon immer noch jetzt hier so mit dabei ist. Philanthropy an sich existiert nicht mehr als Organisation. Die wurde aufgelöst nach dem Tanker-Incident. Das wird offiziell nie gesagt, ist aber tatsächlich so. Weil Philanthropy automatisch mit Solid Snake in Verbindung gebracht wurde und damit natürlich dann halt auch der Tanker-Incident. So. Jetzt aber natürlich die Frage... Wir haben ja am Ende vom Opening, also von der Snake-Saga, vom Tanker-Incident, haben wir noch am Ende gehört, wie Ocelot mit irgendjemandem gesprochen hat, als er Ray irgendwo ins Meer, keine Ahnung, wo der hingeschwommen ist, verschwunden ist. Ja, der hat ja mit irgendjemandem geredet und hat ihn mit Mr. President angesprochen. Viele gehen jetzt davon aus, dass das Solidas war. Macht aber keinen Sinn, weil was hätte denn Solidas davon, wenn Metal Gear Ray von Ocelot entführt wird, um das Arsenal Gear Projekt zu beginnen. Von Arsenal Gear wusste Solidas zu dem Zeitpunkt noch nichts. Solidas ist in dem Moment schon untergetaucht gewesen. Das heißt, dieser Mr. President muss irgendjemand anders gewesen sein. Eventuell vielleicht die Patriots. Wir wissen es nicht. Das ist tatsächlich eine Frage, die ist echt unbeantwortet geblieben. Auch nachdem jetzt 4 und 5 und Peace Walker und alle draußen sind. Es ist wirklich unklar, wer damit gemeint ist. Es ist auf jeden Fall nicht Solidas. Es würde von der Logik her keinen Sinn machen, dass Ocelot hier mit Solidas geredet hat. Was hätte Solidas denn auch außerdem davon, dass sein Bruder Solid Snake hier mit den Fotos vom Cypher bloßgestellt wird? Davon hat Solidas nichts. Ja? Dann haben sie einen zweiten Tanker zu dem Unfallort gebracht, der Öl gelagert hatte, haben den versenkt, an derselben Stelle, wo auch der andere von den Marines untergegangen ist. Die hatten kein Öl an Bord, außer das vielleicht, um das Boot zu betreiben, aber das war ja in Wirklichkeit ein Transportschiff für Ray. Ja? Da war ja kein Öl drauf. Ja? Deswegen haben sie einen zweiten gebracht, der Öl transportieren sollte, haben den versenkt, um dort an der Stelle, wo beide Schiffe dann untergegangen sind, insgeheim die Big Shell bauen zu können, um dann zu sagen, ja, die Big Shell, die kümmert sich da um das ganze Öl, ne? Aber in Wahrheit haben sie das benutzt, um währenddessen 2 Jahre lang Arsenal Gear zu entwickeln. Ja, ist schon asozial, was hier abgeht. Okay, wir müssen Emma Emmerich finden. Emma Emmerich ist die Schwester von Odagon. Und die soll in der Lage sein, Arsenal Gear aufzuhalten. Wir haben sie von President Johnson bekommen, mit dem Modus. Laserdisc des Präsidenten enthält Computervirus zur Zerstörung der Steuerfunktion von GW Arsenal Gear. Und er hat auch gesagt, modeled after Foxdie, also soll so ähnlich wie der Foxdie-Virus funktionieren. Nur, dass es halt jetzt nicht auf individuelle Gene von Menschen funktioniert, sondern halt auf Computerdaten.
Raiden, are you reading me? This is Otacon. What's your situation?
Wet and miserable. This place is flooded. The seawater that's been pumped up is pouring into the building.
I see. Listen, there's something I have to tell you about EE.
Don't worry about her. I'll get her out.
She's afraid of water.
What?
Yeah. When she was 6 years old, she almost drowned with my father in our swimming pool.
She can't swim?
Well, yes and no. We used to swim a lot together when we were kids. In fact, she swam like a fish until that day when she almost drowned. When the accident happened, I was in my room. I learned later that EE was calling me for help. She didn't doubt for a minute that I'd be there. You could see the pool from my room, but I didn't realize at the time that she needed my help.
What were you doing?
I was...
So Emma survived the ordeal.
Yeah, but my father didn't.
So you blamed yourself and left your family?
No. EE seems to believe that was the case. The fact is, I betrayed her.
And you think she can't swim because of the traumatic experience?
I haven't seen her since that day, but yes, I think so. I got a letter from Julie, her mother, after they moved back to England. In her letter, she mentioned that EE couldn't swim anymore, that she refused to even wear a bathing suit.
Damn, if she still can't swim, we're in trouble. Level B1 in the core is pretty much flooded.
Look, maybe you can help her overcome the trauma.
You want me to help her get over it?
Well, it's still gonna take some time to repair the Kamov.
Sorry, kid. Emma's rescue is up to you.
Thanks. An underwater mission. Well, this is a first. Look, I'll see what I can do.
I suggest that you drum the map of the building into your head, because you won't have time to look at it when you try to bring Emma out.
I'm counting on you, Raiden.
I covered most of the core when I had to take out the C4s. If there's anything you need to ask me, call me on the Kodak.
I'll do that.
Ja, kriegt man hin, oder? Wenn sie nicht schwimmen kann. Ja, werden wir schon irgendwie hinkriegen, hoffentlich, eventuell.
Emma's probably being kept in filter chamber number 2, on floor B1 of Shell 2's core. Swim as far west as you can, then head north and you should reach filter chamber number 2.
Okay, da sind wir ja schon fast.
Emma's probably...
Okay, der will nicht mehr mit mir reden.
So Iroquois Pliskin.
Das haben wir schon mal gehabt. Warum hat er es nicht
The
gespeichert?
rumors about Big Shell being a big cover-up are all true.
Otacon?
I had Snake check everything out. Sure, there's some facilities to clean up the pollution, but they're not running at full capacity. Don't you think it's funny that even though 2 years have gone by since the incident, they haven't managed to clean up all the crude oil? Of course, the media doesn't report that kind of thing. I think they're having fresh shipments of crude oil brought in to replace the stuff they've cleaned up. The story you were told about toxic chemicals being released if the plant were blown up also seems pretty fishy. I don't think it's actually true. Information is being suppressed on a huge scale. These guys seem to think that the new Metal Gear is worth all the effort and money they're spending on it.
So I've been lied to all along.
No, I think even your CO didn't know what was going on, and that's probably what he's been telling you.
I didn't mean by the Colonel. I meant by you.
Huh? We never lied to you. We just didn't tell you everything, that's all. You know, you're a pretty interesting guy. You're just like Snake said.
What did he say?
That you're a weak, simple-minded, stubborn fool.
A weak, simple-minded...
Ah, don't worry. He didn't mean anything bad by it.
Nothing bad? Well, what could possibly be worse than that? That lying, useless, backstabbing, mincing son of a...
Raiden, I'm his friend. I know him better than anyone else. I know he's not that kind of guy.
Yeah, so what?
And, by the way, there's one more thing you should probably know about Snake.
What?
He's right here.
Next to you?
Yep,
Did he hear...
every word.
I'm just gonna get back to the mission now.
Das ist immer noch eine der geilsten Codec-Calls, die du haben kannst. Weißt du, in dem Moment so, wo Otacon sagt, er steht hier neben mir, kommt so ein bisschen so bei Ryan so, die Alarmglocken so, oh, shit. Und dann plötzlich ploppt Snake auf, sagt nichts, er guckt einfach nur. Und ich glaube, in dem Moment ist irgendwas in Raiden gestorben. Weil er wusste, wenn der mich das nächste Mal sieht, ja, scheiße war's, ne? Okay, ich weiß gar nicht, ob Colonel... Ich bin mir gerade echt nicht sicher, ob die irgendwas Neues sagen. Also das ist die Steuerung fürs Wasser.
Raiden, locate Emma Emmerich and have her put the President's disc to use. Emma should be to the northwest of your present location, on B1 of the Shell 2 core. She's in an area just on the other side of a card level 4 door. Hurry.
Ah ja, stimmt, der Präsident hat uns auch noch eine Level 4 Karte gegeben. Ich frage mich, ob die auf die Patriots eingehen.
Colonel, I want some background information on Emma Emmerich.
I've got it right here, direct from the National Security Agency's personnel files. Apparently, she was involved in some sort of high-level project, but there's no details on that. Her record shows that she resigned from the agency 2 years ago. Emma Emmerich, full name Emma Emmerich Danziger. Members of her family call her EE. After divorcing Hal Emmerich's father, her mother took Emma to England and raised her there. Danziger is her mother's maiden name, but she prefers Emmerich. After returning home to England, her mother married Robinson, a businessman. The following details are from a report filed with the NSA when she joined the agency. Just before graduating from high school, Emma injured Robinson in self-defense during an alleged assault on her person. As a result of this incident, she followed in the footsteps of her stepbrother, Hal Emmerich, and left home to enroll in Oxford. It is believed that at this particular point in her life, she was extremely angered by the fact that her brother failed to protect her. Consequently, she lost all family connections and is very resentful. She seems to believe that her brother is to blame for everything. While attending Oxford, she was noted for her success in a deciphering event sponsored by British GCHQ.
They may not be blood related, but she sure sounds like Otacon's sister.
There's more. Raiden, do you recall a certain situation that's more or less become a legend among hackers? To refresh your memory, at the time, just about all of our nation's communications and information resources were concentrated at NSA in Fort Meade. In fact, NSA's basement facility operated round the clock to amass data obtained not only from public communications, but everything from satellite to wiretap operations as well. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that whoever controlled the NSA facility could move the world. On January 24th, in the year 2000, the facility suffered a total system shutdown for a 73-hour period.
Did they ever figure out the cause?
It's believed that a small group within the government had arranged the incident with the assistance of a notorious group of crackers. The result was a full review of NSA's safety measures, which in turn led to the decision to shift the data-gathering operations to an isolated location that would be safe from physical attack as well as cyber terrorism.
And where might that be?
My security clearance couldn't get me that information, but I did find out that one of the key members of the hacker group was none other than Emma Emmerich. Although she started off as a specialist in artificial intelligence and complex logic, Emma is now regarded as a computer genius.
That would make her a prime candidate for recruitment in the intelligence community, wouldn't it? And knowing most of the intelligence agencies, I doubt fair play was a major concern in their recruiting efforts.
Your assumption's correct. The government played on her weakness, her strong hate for Hal Emmerich, the brother who left her when she was 6 years old.
She hates him that much?
When she was 6 years old, Emma and her father were involved in a pool accident. She survived, but her father drowned.
What did the police have to say about that?
The report states it was an accidental death.
Isn't that about the time that Otacon left his home and family?
Exactly. but I don't have any idea why he chose to do so.
Does Emma blame Otacon for her father's death?
I don't think so. Her hate seems to stem from the fact that she believes Otacon abandoned her. You see, although the two weren't directly related, they were said to be very close. It's rumored that sibling rivalry was what launched her career as a hacker. 4 years ago, the government leaked her the details of the Shadow Moses incident. In doing so, they were able to recruit her for the NSA. I also have little doubt that they also used the NSA hacking affair as a means to convince her to cooperate.
You think that her hate drove her to frame Snake and Otacon?
That, I don't know.
Harter Tobak. Einfach mal eine optionale Codekonversation, die so viele Hintergrundinformationen über das Leben von Emma Emmerich offenbart. Und ich muss ganz kurz erwähnen, dieser Vorfall 2000, den ja Emma mitunter verursacht hat mit dem NSA-Hacken, hat ja dann Campbell jetzt gerade gesagt, an irgendeine isolierte Stelle wurden dann die ganzen Sachen gesteckt. Also gerade das ganze Data Gathering, Operations System und alles. Und er weiß nicht wohin, weil er nicht die oberste Freigabe hat, um das zu wissen. Das, was am 24. Januar 2000 dort passiert ist, war der Startschuss für das Arsenal Gear Projekt, für das GW-System. Die isolierte Location dieser ganzen Data Gathering Operation Systems ist Arsenal Gear. Also mehr oder minder auch wieder von Anfang an instruiert und geplant gewesen von den Patriots. Ich liebe es. Ich liebe diese Geschichte. Ich liebe es, so in diese Tiefe gehen zu können. Na, guck mal, wer uns da gerade besucht hat. Hallo? Jetzt. Falsche Taste gedrückt. Hey Stillman, wie geht's?
Snake, it's Stillman. Stillman's here.
Yeah?
He was waiting for me.
Right.
Ja, das war der einzige Kommentar dazu. Ja, irgendwie ist er halt, der war ja in Strebe H und hat versucht, da die Bombe entschärfen zu können. Hat nicht so ganz funktioniert, wie wir ja leider wissen. Und irgendwoher musste das Wasser kommen und wahrscheinlich ist er da dann halt mit durch dieses Leck hier reingeschwommen. Also zumindest seine Leiche, ne? So, hier irgendwo, ich bin nicht mehr genau sicher wo, ist noch eine weitere Moai-Statue versteckt, die offiziell vorletzte im Spiel. Für uns aber tatsächlich die letzte, die wir finden können, weil, kleiner Funfact, die 7. Moai-Statue, oh Gott, die gibt es nur auf dem Schwierigkeitsgrad Extrem und European Extreme, aber nicht auf Hard, Normal, Easy oder Very Easy. Warum? Weiß es nicht, aber ich kann euch grob zeigen, wo das ist. Also irgendwo hier in dem Raum ist es. Wenn ihr Lust habt, sie zu suchen, viel Spaß. Ich suche da jetzt nicht weiter. Aber Nummer 6 ist auf jeden Fall hier. Nummer 7 kann ich euch grob zeigen, wo es ist. Ist sogar auf dem Weg hierher. Ist auch hier im Shell 2 Core. Ich würde sagen, wir speichern mal mit Rose.
Jack, do you need to say?
Ja. Möchte speichern. So, was haben wir denn heute? 10.10.? Ja, tatsächlich.
Jack,
What is it?
I've always been alone.
Huh?
I'm so lonely.
Lonely. Rose, we've always...
Not always.
What do you mean?
You've never slept beside me.
What are you talking about?
After we've been together in my room, you stay awake all night, or you head for the door.
Is this really the time to bring this up?
Why, Jack? Why?
Listen, Rose, I'm right in the middle of a mission and
Why? Why can't you relax when you're with me?
Look, The mission,
Why don't you open up to me?
Rose, I just can't.
All I ever wanted was to share your dreams, to spend a meaningful evening with you. I just wanted to find you by my side when I woke up. Is that asking too much?
It's the night. I'm scared of the night. It's got nothing to do with you.
Scared of the night? What's that supposed to mean?
I can't relax when I'm with someone.
Jack, you wouldn't even let me in your room.
I need privacy. I just can't be bothered.
Bothered?
Wrong word. What I wanted to say was that there are certain things that I have to keep to myself.
Do you remember that time I forced my way into your room? We'd known each other for almost a year, and you blew up. It was the first time you ever raised your hand against me. I was so worried about you.
Look, I'm sorry.
It wasn't your violent nature that scared me. It was your room, your heart.
Stop it.
There wasn't anything in your room. Only a bed and a small desk. It looked like a prison cell.
Rose?
No television set. No family pictures. Not even a poster.
Rose, I only use that room for sleeping.
A lifeless room. Almost like your empty heart.
That's why I tried to keep you out.
I thought I was beginning to understand you. Until I saw that room.
Would you have been happier if I had a picture of you hanging on the wall?
That's not what I was trying to say.
Enough, Rose. We'll talk about this later. After the mission.
Right. After the mission. I understand.
Boah, Alter, diese Rose, diese kleine Heulsuse, ne? Es tut mir leid, ich kann sie nicht ernst nehmen. Sie ist die ganze Zeit nur am Heulen hier gerade. Weil wir sie anscheinend nicht lieb genug haben. Geht doch nicht. Sagt er noch was über die Patriots?
Colonel, did you hear the truth about the Shadow Moses incident?
Yeah.
Snake wasn't a terrorist.
You look thrilled.
Huh? Well, yeah.
So you just believe everything that he told you then?
What did you say?
Don't trust him. He isn't in the simulation.
Simulation again. What exactly are you talking about?
Don't put your trust in him. Just carry out your duties to the best of your abilities. Do you understand, Raiden?
Nö, so langsam verstehe ich's nicht.
Colonel, why did Ocelot murder the president?
They disagreed, probably.
Exactly the same.
What?
As the Shadow Moses incident.
Don't be foolish.
Are you sure about that? Aim's death, appearance of the ninja, the president's death, and now the virus.
You're reading too much into things.
That's right, Jack. You're tired.
Raiden, don't waste your time thinking unnecessary thoughts. Invest all your energy instead in carrying out your duties.
Raiden ist da auf irgendeiner Spur.
Colonel, did you find anything about the Patriots?
No, not yet.
I can't find data on them anywhere.
But the president is...
Jack, there is no data.
Colonel, you know something, don't you?
No, I don't know anything. I need a little more time.
Ja gut, dann... Ich glaube, aus dem kriegen wir nichts mehr raus. Ich glaube, das einzige Große, was er uns erzählt hat, jetzt seit wir hier sind, ist das mit Emma. Der Rest war immer nur so, naja.
Still ticking, huh?
Unfortunately, hell had no vacancies. I thought so. Human muscles are quite eloquent. They speak out clearly what a person's next move will be. They even tell me which way a gun is going to be pointed before the trigger is pulled. But your muscles, they're different. This should be fun. Well worth the wait.
is coming?
You've become a nuisance. I can't let you interfere with Arsenal gear. The girl is just ahead. She is of no use to us now. But she served us well as the live bait for the big catch. Crazy Ivan sometimes speaks the truth.
Emma's alive?
She was some time ago. But the flooding has become quite serious. I wouldn't be surprised if she's a mermaid now.
What?
Did you really think killing the president would prevent a nuclear strike? Think again.
I didn't do it.
Arsenal is still armed with a purified hydrogen bomb.
Purified hydrogen bomb?
This is no ordinary nuclear bomb. This weapon is capable of heavy hydrogen nuclear fusion using lasers and magnetics to generate heat-insulated compression. It was a top-secret project initiated by the current president, and Solidus has no idea of its existence. The clean thermonuclear bomb is at an experimental stage and is handled differently. Specifically, it becomes launch-capable when Arsenal is activated. A nuclear threat still exists. 6 months ago, we lost everything we believed in. We were abandoned to take the fall in their cover-up. We were labeled as killers, responsible for the mass murder of civilians as well as our own allies. And the public believed every word, turning a deaf ear to whatever we had to say to the contrary. Our only goal is to wipe them from the face of the earth and destroy this world of deceit they have created along with them.
You're insane.
Insane? We might be the only ones telling the truth.
Final check for activating Arsenal has been completed. All Arsenal personnel report to your stations.
Well, it sounds like Arsenal's ready to go into operation.
Damn it!
You're still hoping that the girl can install that virus you're carrying around, aren't you?
You know?
It's a shame you're not going to be around long enough to hand her the program. That isn't seawater, you know. It's a byproduct of the microbes contained in the pool. Buoyancy is practically non-existent thanks to the high oxygen content. Once you fall in, you don't come up. Take a good look at your grave. Show me what you've got.
Ja, dann kämpfen wir mal gegen Vamp. Diesmal wirklich. Und natürlich, er kann ins Wasser. Ist ja klar. Oh boy.
Vamp seems to be anticipating the trajectory of your shots from the minute movements of your muscles. There's no such thing as a perfect system, though. There must be a way to throw him off and land a shot.
Ja, indem ich nicht L1 drücke. Wenn ich das nämlich mache, L1 ist ja quasi das Auto-Aim, das durchschaut er. Ähnlich wie Psycho Mantis. Alles andere funktioniert aber tatsächlich. Okay, noch irgendwelche Infos zu ihm?
Remember what Vamp said. That life reaction tank is a death trap. Make sure you don't fall in there accidentally.
Ich gebe mir Mühe. Danke.
You can shoot down the knives Vamp throws. Aim at them in first-person view.
Alles klar. Snake, hast du noch Infos?
It looks like he's anticipating the incoming bullet's trajectory from the movement of your muscles. Relax, though. He doesn't have you all figured out. Right, don't use the target locking function. Vamp will anticipate your trajectory if you do, and you'll never manage to land a shot.
Alles klar. Noch irgendwas?
Be careful, Ryder. You're a dead man if you fall into the life reaction tank.
That's right. The life reaction tank cleanses polluted water with microorganisms. These organisms are activated by pumping them with large volumes of oxygen. As a result, the water's specific gravity is extremely light, making it impossible to remain afloat. Once you fall in, you'll never come up.
Ja, erklärt trotzdem nicht, warum er das kann. Naja, egal. Headshot, Bitch. So, solange er so rot leuchtet, können wir ihn übrigens nicht verletzen. Aber er kann natürlich mich ja verletzen. So, da ist er wieder im Wasser. Was man auch machen kann, ist Explosionen im Wasser verursachen. Das tut nämlich seine O2-Gauge leeren. Und tut ihnen auch ein bisschen Schaden geben, was ich gut finde. Jetzt kommen wir wieder raus. Da ist er. Das war leider nicht sein Kopf, aber egal. Das ist sehr gruselig, wenn du so läufst. Ha, daneben. Schade. Okay, ich mag den Kampf überhaupt nicht auf hohen Schwierigkeitsstufen. Vor allem auf extrem. Es gibt eine Methode, da kannst du den Kampf relativ gut schießen. Weil du ihn nämlich stun locken kannst. Aber, oh Gott, Hilfe. Das war falsch. Es tut mir leid. Sorry für den Augenkrebs. Hui. Treffer. Okay, gut. Dann kann ich jetzt die Zeit nutzen und mich wieder heilen, bis ich nicht mehr blute. Sicher, sicher. Halt. Nicht zielen. So. Ja, da soll der gerne mal ein bisschen rumschwimmen, der kleine Fisch. Was ist er denn da? Aha. Das war dein Kopf. Oh oh. Schade. Schieß mir doch mal mit das Dinger rein. So. Das tut nämlich die Ausdauer lernen, tatsächlich. Hey, das war cool. Und das war sein Messer. Ja. Sehr gut. Und kleiner eine mitgeben. Wunderbar. Hey, es läuft. Aber es wird natürlich noch schwieriger. RGB. Macht physischen Schaden. Wenn man ihn trifft. Nee. War nicht er selber, aber egal. So. Oh, jetzt wird's gefährlich. Oh, ich glaube, ich habe ihn gerade in seine... No? Entschuldigung. Oh, jetzt wird's eklig. Hab ihn. Okay, genau, geh ins Wasser. Was ich noch nie probiert habe. Kann ich Claymores platzieren? Und er läuft da rein? Ich muss das gleich mal probieren. Oh no. Oh, okay. Er hat gerade versucht, meinen Schatten zu fangen. Ja gut, so funktioniert es nicht. Warte mal. Ich glaube, das funktioniert. Oder er springt halt wirklich in dem Moment hier rum. Das kann auch sein. Warte mal. Ich platziere hier wirklich mal Claymores. Jetzt bin ich neugierig. Ja, es funktioniert. Oh mein Gott. Geil. Damit kann ich die Charge-Angriffe negieren. Ja gut, außer er hüpft halt rum wie so ein... Ach du... Ja, cool. Ich kann mich nicht bewegen. My body. Er hat meinen Schatten gefangen. Oh Gott, wir haben ihn fast. Komm. Ja, mach halt. Ich habe noch 2 Rationen. Du kannst mich nicht aufhalten. Yeah!
Colonel, they've apparently completed the final check procedure for arsenal gear.
Find Emma on the double. You've got to get her to install the virus program that the President gave you. When you find her, take her to the computer room on level B2 in the core of Shell 1.
Snake, did you catch all that? I didn't make it on time. Arsenal's going active.
Yeah, I heard. The hostage rescue's gonna have to wait.
I'm going after Emma.
We'll secure the computer room. Looks like we can't install the virus program without Emma.
Can't your partner do it?
I would if I could, but the security for this system is no joke. I need more time.
That's why we need her.
Understood. I'll make sure you have your family reunion. What's up?
A lot of years have passed between EE and me.
Then you should see her, right?
I don't have the right to see her.
We can talk about this later. Raiden, I think you'd better get moving. Emma's in the locker room to the north, right?
I'm on it.
Okay. Ja. Wenn man übrigens das Licht hier ausschießt, also diese 4 Lampen, dann kann Vamp einen nicht mit seinen Schattenmessern gefangen nehmen. Als kleiner Hinweis für die, wo gerade mit diesem Move Probleme haben. Ist nicht nett von ihm, muss man tatsächlich sagen. Aber mit Vamp down sind theoretisch nur noch Fojin und Solidus übrig von Dead Cell. Ich zähle Solidus irgendwie dazu, weil ist ja mehr oder weniger ihr Anführer als ehemaliger Präsident, ne? Okay. Dahinter finden wir hoffentlich Emma. Beim nächsten Mal. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Sehr viel Theorie natürlich mal wieder. Es ist Metal Gear. Was erwartet ihr? Aber dafür wenigstens noch ein sehr hübscher kleiner Bosskampf. Ich bedanke mich fürs Zusehen. Wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal wieder. Bis dann. Ciao.